What is up, ADG traders? This is Munya and welcome back to my channel. So today is Sunday. We're going to do an analysis on boom and crash, your favorite guys. I know most of you guys love to do boom and crash, right? So we're going to do an analysis on boom and crash, and I'm going to teach you how to actually do an analysis on boom and crash, right, for this coming week. So these are the trades that you can actually take a look at this coming week. But before I start, I sent a questionnaire on my Instagram. If you don't follow me already, please go follow me at Munyaz Mamombe. The link is down below in the description box where you can actually interact together and you can ask me some questions. So today I'm just gonna answer some questions that were posted on that questionnaire that I posted on my Instagram. And if you also want to join us, feel free to click the link down below for our Telegram channel so that you become part of our community, of our trading community at ATG, right? And as usual, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss anything that I post. Okay, so the first question says, it's from Master Davy. Yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but he says how to make analysis of boom and crash indices, right? So your question is going to be answered today because that's what I'll be doing right here. So keep up. The next question is from Arthur, and it says, what's your take on scalping against spikes on boom and crash? I believe. Okay, I also do this. If you check my other videos, you'll see that I actually have strategies where I scalp against spikes, and I really think it's doable as long as you have enough background trading information. What do I mean by that? You wouldn't want to be scalping against the trend, right? Because that is too risky. But you can scalp against spikes when you know that you are in the correct trend. I talked about this on one of my strategies. I'll leave the links in the description box where I said, let's say you're on boom 1000, right, and it's in a downtrend. It's possible for you to be scalping the sells because you know that even if the spike comes, it's still gonna fall because I'm in a downtrend. Do you get the sense? Okay, let me put something. Let's say we're for an example. Okay, in this scenario, you can trade these ticks because you already know that we are in a downtrend. So you can sell, you can short and trade these ticks. Why? Because even if this spike comes, because we're in a downtrend, you still continue in a downtrend. You still recover from the spike. Do you get it? Even if a spike comes, the price will still drop below the spike. So it's possible. Spike came and you still could be profitable going against the spike. So this is what I'm saying, that it's doable. I also do it. I also have strategies here on YouTube where I teach about spiking against scalping against spikes, and I love it. As long as you understand this concept, it will be the opposite. On crash, you have to be in an uptrend, right? So that when the spike crashes, you'll be able to still move up because you're in an uptrend. That is for crash right there. Okay. So let's go. The next question is from Don. He says, what is the best strategy? He says, what is the best strategy in Forex that never expires? Okay. I would say price action. Price action has been there for the longest, and I believe it does not expire. Maybe some concept of it expires, but price action as a whole does not expire, right? You still have to draw your support and resistance. You still be obeyed. You still know that if price moves at a certain point, it has to retrace. It has to have an impulse again. Those concepts will still be valid, I think, for the longest time. On boom and crash, I think that's why most people are interested in. There are some strategies that get phased out because of the market conditions, uh, mainly because the strategy wasn't just good enough to stay that long, for the market makers not to beat it, right? But I have some strategies that I personally teach and that I've been using for years now, and they haven't expired. But try price action to answer your question. Price action and with the market maker, those two, I think they've been phenomenal because I've been using them too, right? Uh, the next question is from Thrift. He says, how many confirmations to look at when price breaks support or resistance? Okay, I think I'll answer this as we go because uh, when I'm doing my analysis today, we're going to be looking at uh, uh, price action, right? So, but what you're basically asking, I think, is how do I know that price has, let's say, broken this resistance and it's time to enter, right? Or price is going to bounce at this resistance and fall, or price is going to bounce at this support and rise. I'm sure that's what you're asking about, right? So I'll definitely ask it as we move on to today's business, right? Okay, the next question is from Evan in this, and it says, why am I frustrated after 3 years of hard trying to learn forex trading? Okay, I get this question a lot. A lot of people are now giving up on trading. I personally have been trading for, I'm getting into my 4th year now, and I would want to say I think I became profitable within my first year. I'm not sure. I can't really remember what being profitable means. Is it making huge profits or is it just breaking even? But either way, I think a lot of people started trading with no or little knowledge of what they're doing. And then they ended up pumping money into trading, not realizing they had to invest in their education first, right? I don't know about you, Evan, but I don't think it's possible for you to have 3 years if you had the right information to be and to not to be profitable in 3 years if you had the right information. I don't think it's possible. You just didn't have correct information, and that's why you ended up not making it in trading because 3 years is a lot of time. I've seen people that knew trading in 2 months and then the next month they were already profitable because they had the right uh, knowledge, they knew the right things. So I don't know how you started trading. Did you just uh, watch videos on the internet and started? That's not a pretty much good way. You need to get proper guidance on this because I don't think it's really possible. It is possible, but I don't think it's for everyone to compile all the information they get on the internet and actually uh, make use of it trading. It will end up confusing you. You will end up not knowing what exactly to follow and how, right? So I would say invest in knowledge and might be profitable. And then I think that's the last question. It says it's from Golden Bags and it says your 2020 trading plan, right? All right. In 20, it's already 2021. My trading plan in 2020 was simple. I had low targets. I wanted to be swing trading, and uh, I just wanted to protect my capital, right? Remember, we are in a disaster. We are still, but at those times, a lot of nobody knew what we were doing. Nobody knew how the world was going to turn up. So I wanted to protect my capital as much as possible. I wanted to swing trade positions because the market wasn't as good as I knew it before, right? Because a lot of things were happening. So that was my trading plan. I was playing it safe. I was swing trading, and I had lower targets, right? I would be very happy a day that I would catch 50 pips only. I would be very happy the day I would catch 100 pips, as opposed to the old days that I would go uh, 500 pips in a day. Very aggressive. Okay, so I think I still have another one. Is from Studio D3. It says, "Does psychology levels work on VIX?" Oh, I don't know about psychology levels. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can resend your question. All right. So let's get into today's business. But before we do that, let's check yesterday's video. If you haven't seen this, you better watch this video. I said we're going to buy from this level, and price is going to break this resistance, and this was my analysis, and price did play out exactly as I said. I didn't change anything. If you want, you can go watch the previous video yesterday, the video that I posted yesterday, and actually learn how I was able to determine how this price was going to move. So price started up from here and it moved way up to this point. I think this is over, I don't know, 200 pips. Let me check. So I'll just say from here up to here. So how many? Okay, I think I'm using the wrong chart. Okay, that's a 3.5% gain in a day. That's a lot if you had a $10,000 account. That's 3,000, 3.5 for you. Okay, but let's move in. Let's move on to today's business. Today's business, I want to do an analysis on boom and crash for the week, for this coming week, so that you know what exactly you should look at. Okay. Okay, so I just quickly moved to my monthly time frame because that's where we're going to start since it's a new year. And I'm just going to quickly identify my lowest points, just this. Then price moved in impulse to there. Then price moved again and dropped to here. Then quickly moved up to here. Then retraced again to here. And from here pushed all the way up to set a new high for the hair. It was there. And then price retraced to this level right here. Okay, so this is what we have from our monthly time frame, all the stages that price moved along, right? So those that wanted to learn how to do an analysis on boom and crash, here's how. So I'm going to move on to my weekly time frame to see to get a clearer picture of the zones that we had. So we had this top zone, which was the highest price level that we had. And we had this, which was our lowest price level. And from this, we had another zone and another zone. I'm just going to quickly follow up on the lines. Another zone here. Okay. Let me get another one here. Okay, let me get this one. Let me get this one for zone like that, and our price line there. Okay, then we hit this zone created by our other line. I'm just going to highlight these ones so that you can clearly see them. Then we lastly this zone. Okay, I think I have too many zones here. Delete. Okay, so we have something like this. Okay, this was slightly up. How many zones did I create here? Okay, perfect. This is what we can see from our weekly time frame. Price rose to this point, bounced, respected this resistance, bounced, created another high, came back and bounced, created another high, came back and bounced. So what do we expect from this point? Let's move on to the daily time frame and see what our price is saying. So already we can see rejection candles right here. Rejection candles as a retracement. The price is trying to push up, right? Price is trying to push up at this level. So we might expect price to push a little bit up and then maybe continue in a downtrend to this low. Why? Because I'm seeing an M formation here. I'm seeing an M formation here. This is pure price action. I'm seeing an M formation here. Right? So this was our peak. M formation is the peak, right? Or high of the day, or high of the month, or high of the year. Basically, this was the high of the year. And from there, we had a clear downtrend, which I am expecting to have a retracement, and price continues to push it down, right? I don't know, what do you think, guys? Let's go to a 4-hour time frame and see where exactly can we enter our trades. Where can we enter? Okay, so this is a clearer picture of what I've been talking about right here. One would argue that at this price point there was a rejection, so this can be called L1, our first level. Let me make this bigger. Okay, well, this can be called our first level. Why? Because we had a little bit of consolidation at this level. We had a little bit of bouncing. So the right here can be our second level as we move on to the last level, which is a peak formation at the bottom. Right? But besides that, we can have trend lines here, because this was incorporating price. This was incorporating with the market maker cycle. Besides that, we can here have clear trend lines right here. We can have clear trend lines. Okay. We can have clear trend lines here. I'm just going to start off at points that really are important. And if you're trading this in the 4-hour time frame, it is wiser for you to take this into consideration, Why? Because this is a falling wedge, right? Right, as you can see, our trade lines were almost closer to each other and they are moving apart from each other. So this is a falling wedge, and like I said before, we expect price to push up to this level, then bounce up, then bounce, right? Just like that. Maybe let's move on to the 1 hour time frame, get a clearer picture. Okay, so this is what the 1 hour time frame looks like. Can you see? Price is to fill up this gap. Either way, price is to fill up this gap. And already from BTMM, although I didn't want to use it, the RW formations here. Looks like price is now at its peak. It already wanted to bounce at this support, but it created a W formation, it created a peak. So hopefully price starts to push upwards to fill in the gaps, right? I don't know if you guys get it, but if you do, this is a lot of money. So in summary, let's go to the weekly time frame so that I give okay. This is from our weekly time frame. Looks like price is rejecting at this point, starting to push back up. This support zone starting to push back up, right? Either as creating a level or as a pullback, right? So from the daily time frame, what can you summarize? You can see that price wants to bounce back up. So it'd be wise for you to be in a trade where you want to target this zone. Okay. So if you also have questions, comment down below your questions, or you can go to my Instagram. And every Saturday, I give you the opportunity to ask questions that I'll be answering here on this platform. And don't forget to like, subscribe, join our Telegram channel, comment whatever you want to know more. And that'll be all for this Sunday. I hope you have a great week. Profitable one. If you want, come join our VIP. It will be on fire. Until next time.